All right, let's see. Can you pull up that link on your phone? Mm-hmm. You get emails on your phone? Did you click on the Facebook link? Did you click on the link with the event? Okay, let's try this. Okay. Looks like attendees 4. Percent attendees of 4, but there's 0 viewers. So, I don't know if this is actually working. I've not used this platform before. If you are listening, okay, we're just going to go through this. And we're going to get going because it's about 6:39. This webinar officially, I gave a few minutes because we only need a few minutes really to go here. I wanted to actually get this going at 6:40, so it's right on the dot now. And I wanted to be able to come and share with you some information about what I've observed, what I've seen, what I've pulled together as far as resources and some tools with some incredible people to be able to help fulfill an intention that I created about 2 or 3 weeks ago now, to be able to get paid for traveling the world and doing whatever you want. And I think really whatever somebody really wants is a really good thing. Everybody wants good things. Everybody wants to do amazing stuff. Everyone wants to help people at some level. Everybody deserves to be able to get rewarded for that as well. And so myself personally, the journey that I'm on is to be able to help, obviously do that myself, and with as many people as want to be able to do that with me as possible, let's go. So that's the whole thing about what I'm doing and why I'm creating it and what I'm inviting people to go to attend this kind of webinar tonight so they can see what's going on, get the general idea and intention, and see how exactly we're going to be doing that in just a few minutes. But first of all, I was guided to be able to, do this because I felt a strong pull for traveling. And I think, living here in Salt Lake City, Utah, I've been able to travel, quite a bit along the Wasatch Front, of course, here in Utah, as well as California and along the West Coast. But, I really am feeling inklings of going to Europe, to Australia, to, Africa, to go explore places around the world, that are really calling to me right now. So these are some things I've been strategizing on. How exactly can I do this? And do I want to do it all alone? No, of course not, And even then, do I just go somewhere and take some pictures and get some likes on Facebook because I went somewhere? Or do I actually go there with a purpose? Do I go there and fulfill a mission? Do I go there and do something that's valuable for people and creates more value and does something that's good, that's rewardable, that's exciting, that inspires people? I'd much rather come with a purpose rather than just go for a vacation and go have some, some food on the beach or something like that. That's great because that's already involved in it. But once you rather do things that allow you to be able to fulfill more of your mission and your purpose, that's fulfilling, man. That's what actually fills the cup. So if there's a way to be able to get paid for doing something like that, how do you actually do it? How do you actually make that a reality rather than just some nice, dreamy idea? When we actually pull this into reality, there's a couple things I want to share with you about how I'm doing that. And I want to invite you to be able to take a look at this and see what you think. Now, I'm going to be doing these webinars pretty often. I'm going to be sharing about these ideas, these strategies for ways to be able to actually make this a reality. And there's multiple methods of things that I've been working on, projects I've been coming across, and people who have quite the eye for specific things that I'm very impressed. I'm very excited to be working with and to be able to help them to be able to achieve what they're achieving on a big scale as well. So there's partnerships, there's strategies, there's some incredible people I've been able to be connected with that have helped kind of point the direction, navigate, and provide feedback along the way to people who have done some remarkable things and are very well known, and that have a really great heart, an amazing intention, and a specific plan, a track history for success. So when it comes down to it, I want to share with you why I see this method, this specific plan, this opportunity to be able to connect in this way and make it a reality, not just a neat idea, but actual something reality. I actually talked with a friend of mine the other day who is a remarkable business person, and he's connected with some within some of the biggest realms of business and investments, and I mean, it really is in philanthropy. He's an amazing person. And I got a call from him the other day, and he shares with me this idea about this company, and actually told me about it at first. And I was kind of like, oh, I don't know if I have the time, because I'm working on a lot of things right now, so I didn't necessarily, have the time to be able to look into more things. At the same time, I know that for me, as I set that intention, there's going to be things put in my path that will allow me to be able to actually fulfill that intention. So a hard part of things is actually remaining open and just taking the next steps to find out if it's going to be something. So as I've taken the steps to discover what this is and what he brought to the table, because I get brought opportunities of doing things. I mean, many times a week. People who have a new product, or people who have starting a business, or people who have this thing going on or that thing going on. I get pitched a lot on a lot of different things, and it's not that it's not good, and everything has value, but I mean, things that I want to align with, I have to really sort and then figure out what's going on. So when he shared with me the idea about this, I saw it, I went down and I checked it out. I felt something, I went down and checked it out at the corporate office. Actually, they have a main manufacturing facility in Springville. So I went there 2 days ago now, and got the lowdown from the CEO, from the main guys. They were very gracious to be able to, I was able to shake hands with them and get the lowdown right there on the spot. And from everything I saw, from understanding the trend, the product, the company, the trend, the ability from what they're shifting to, it was pretty remarkable. I want to share with you that real quick, so that you kind of get my take on it, and you can see the rest of it as we go. But basically, with what I've seen so far, the company itself it's not a startup. It's been around for over 30 years. And, these guys are some of the pioneers in this industry for their product line. I mean, they really innovated on the whole industry of creating products that are safe, that are effective, that, it's not the stuff you can get in Costco. They're everyday products. It's like everyday stuff. But they're actually healthy. They're good for you. I mean, sometimes we don't really understand what we're actually putting in our skin. We don't realize that the shampoo that we're getting from Costco doesn't always have the purest ingredients, doesn't always have the right stuff. I mean, things like supplements, we don't understand how powerful and potent that is. I mean, how much that affects, even our thinking capacity. We don't get it. Until we experience it, we have no clue what we're missing out on, by not being aligned with top quality things. We just, lots of people are in America, they just eat McDonald's and they don't know how that's hitting them. They have no clue. They just eat it and they just feel it, and it takes its course. So when you have top quality stuff, when you have something really healthy that your body really needs, oh man, you feel the difference almost instantly, right? That's something that I've been noticing, along my journey for the last 11 years, and paying a lot of attention to, because, shoot, I come from a place where 11 years ago I was 265 pounds. I was overweight, I was sad, I was depressed all the time. I couldn't figure out why, and nothing worked. And when I really decided to take on my life, I hit it in a big way, and I just tore after it. I dropped 100 pounds in 10 months. I got my black belt within 2.5 years. I was making 5 figures a month. I was traveling all over the country. I was dating gorgeous girls, and I was like, this is life? Are you kidding me? I've been missing out on this whole time. And so when I really, really, really connected with that idea over a decade ago, it completely changed the way that I thought life was. And it allowed me to see that, there's some specific things outside of my own thinking, my own feeling, that happen, that when I do the things that work, it works. I can't explain it. You know, all I can do is tell the story. All I can do is say, hey, this happens. You know, and the rest of it takes care of itself. So within this company, as I've seen it and I've experienced it, knowing myself, you know, the trends and the shifts and the, you know, having the insights from internet marketing, you know, how I created the five-figure a month income years ago, you know, initially, was by finding a specific niche. I mean, it was a product line that's been around. It wasn't anything new, and I figured out how to market it in a different way. I took a different marketing approach that allowed it to be able to work really well. And I was only working a couple hours a day. And I was making 3 to 10 sales a day, and I was making over 5 figures. It was crazy, and I was like, this is reality? I mean, come on. So when we understand that money doesn't have to be hard to make, you know, as soon as that paradigm is kind of shifted, and we actually experience that, man, everything changes, you know? I mean, it changes the way we think about money. It changes the way we think about economics. You know, we lose the story about money is hard to make, you know? And it just becomes something that we do. We graft these these doings into our lifestyle that allows us to be more, to do more, to have more. Money is not everything. It doesn't make you happy. What I can tell you, though, is it does provide you the opportunity to be able to, say, you know, get the basics. You know, you can't get a plane ticket if you don't have money, you know? Or if you have something else that's taking your time to earn money that you can't get away from. You know, if you're caught in this hamster wheel, you're just trying to make the money to get a ticket to somewhere, you know, that's rough. I mean, let alone sometimes, I mean, even in my situation where I came from growing up, to even just be able to afford food, that's a tough one, man, you know? So when it really comes down to it, there's little shifts that people, you know, that it takes to make an actual reality of something that seems really big or grandeur, like traveling the world. You know, that was a really big picture for me years ago, and ever since, you know, finding out that all it takes to travel the world is more money and the willingness to get on a plane. If you can pack a bag, get on a plane, and have a ticket with you, you can travel the world. That's how easy it is. But sometimes we never simplify it to that degree, so we never travel the world. We just keep saying, I want to, or I'm going to, or maybe one day. Oh, I would be so lucky. So to actually make it a reality, that's what I want to help people to do, who are interested to be able to do that kind of thing. Now, it doesn't have to always look just like traveling the world as well, because some people, they're doing that now. You know, they're kind of like, yeah, I do that every week, and it's right? But for people who also, I mean, they want to be able to spend more quality time with their family. They want to be able to have more resources to be able to get healthier, be stronger, pay for their, you know, support their family or loved ones. They want to find a sense of financial security that allows them to know that everything's going to be cool for them, you know? Because here's the thing. Quite often, we look to other people and we say, oh, I can't do this because, you know, my family, or because of these people, or because of those people, because of that thing. And as soon as we limit ourselves on what we can do based on other people's perceptions or ideas or thoughts or feedback or whatever, we actually never go for ourselves. And that's been one of the most interesting studies for me, you know, in realizing, how do I actually do what I want? Is that okay? Is that bad? Is it okay to have what I want? Is it okay to do what I want? And then, but I really have to ask myself the question, well, what do I really want? When I ask myself that question, then I think the real answers that come through are, you know, I want to do what's fulfilling. I want to do what brings happiness. I want to do what's exciting. It's adventurous and fun. I want to do things that matter, that I can look back on when I'm on my deathbed and say, look what I did. That was badass. And I can really just reflect on experiences like that. So when it really comes down to it, that is what the general intention is of what I'm talking about, this company, these products, and this whole thing that I want to introduce you to, is see if it's something that's going to fit for you. Okay, because it's not going to fit for everybody. This may or may not be something you're interested in. You may or may not see it. You may or may not have an interest at all. But who am I to say who has an interest or not? I mean, I'm only inviting you because, you know, I would assume that you want more. You know, you want to be more. You want to have more. You want to do more of what you truly, truly, truly want in your life. You want to at least figure out what the heck that is in the basis. So if you could figure that out and you could apply those things of what you truly want into your life, how would you apply it? That's what I want to share with you, and that's what I want to help you to be able to do, is create the results of that. for whatever it is for you. It doesn't have to look like traveling the world. It doesn't have to look like anything we've talked about tonight. It can be whatever you want it to be. I'm sharing with you my specific example of what I've pulled together for myself and what journey that I'm on, that I'm looking for people to be able to run with on this. I'm looking for people who I can help to get paid. I want to look for people to be able to help them get more of what they want in life, with their family, in their business, with their goals and dreams. Does that sound too lofty? I hope not, because it is a reality, and I've experienced it myself personally. And so the company that I've found just recently is doing some really awesome things. They have transitioned into an industry. They're over a 30-year-old company. They're undergoing a transition and a rebranding with a new niche they've discovered, and they've aligned with some really incredible things that have made it very valuable for the consumer. And they've got a platform where they've already been on the red carpet in Hollywood. Like, they're not playing small. It's not just some neat idea. We can align. Like, they've already got the big picture figured out. And it's just a matter of who wants to play, who wants to come in and help, to be able to deliver this message to people who haven't heard of it yet. So there's some incredible backing, some incredible players, in some powerful realms for, who's doing this, who's involved, how it's already been introduced, and who knows about it. I mean, we're talking about celebrities, A-listers are involved with this. So when you have credibility from, not just business people, incredible business people, but you also have from incredible influencers within the entertainment and business in the movie world, that's kind of a no-brainer, because if these guys are doing it, anybody can do it, And so these aren't the only guys that are doing it either. There's people like you, me, people all around the world. Anybody who wants to participate, they can. And the value is inherent. My job, and what I want to introduce to you, is to be able to help you to actually follow through on achieving your goals. Because that's the hardest part for people. They can see it. They say, oh, does this work? And they can see how it works. They say, does this, are people actually doing this? People are actually doing it. And then another question is going to come up, can I do it? And that's where people have the hardest problems. That's where people have the hardest time. So I want to be able to help you to be able to actually do it, should you want to. And if it's something that you do, I've created a 3-step formula I've used for just about everything, and it does something to be able to help me create results rapidly, and I help other people who do it. And I've helped people, all around. I've helped people here locally and all around the world online, people to not only just lose weight, quit smoking, get healthy, get fit, trim. Find fulfillment within their lives, and allow them to be able to experience life in a powerful and potent way that they never thought possible. I heard people who had speech impediments and stuttering be able to shift that and change it within moments. It took years. And I tell you about one particular person I met last year. I helped him within moments. He had a speech impediment, and I shared with him just a few things within about a 20-minute time period. And he took those principles. It unlocked something within him. The very next day, he went off and applied those same things from himself that he learned into business. Broke records within his company the next day. And his sales records, it was unreal. And I got this feedback from this guy that weekend. He said, "What'd you do to my boy?" And I was like, "What? What do you mean?" "Dude, you changed my boy's life. What did you do?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know. What did I do?" And he said, "Well, man, this guy was having trouble. He was about to quit. He was just beating himself up. You talked to him that night, and you did something. And the very next day, he went off and created 3 sales for the company, which I guess for their product and their whole thing, that was a big, big deal. And then 2 days in the next step, he created 2 more sales. So to make 5 sales at the products and the packages they have, that was unreal for their company. That was a big deal. So, and this guy was telling me, he's like, "Dude, you changed my life." I'm like, "No, I didn't change your life. You changed your life. And I just helped you build assemble. I just helped you to align yourself with what works to be able to get you to build, to show you that you can do it." And so that's what I tend to be able to have the knack for, is to be able to help people to find these things, to do it themselves, because that's what everyone wants to do. So as a coach, as a friend, as somebody to be able to help you to be able to follow through on the steps as well to make this work for you and make it a reality, that's another asset. That's one of the backings for what you can, what you know about how I can bring that to you so that you can obviously create the results that you want to create with this as well. So there's a lot of resources, there's a lot of assets, and we're going to get more into this, but you've heard, kind of the overview of what I'm creating in my own life as far as traveling the world with amazing people, doing some incredible things. We're talking about working with charities, building businesses, creating incomes, and helping people around the world in some really awesome big ways within many different industries, in some and just there's an incredible vision with that. And then actually starting, where to start is with this company is a piece to be able to help people get more of what they want now. These companies already got everything set up, okay? And in just a minute, we're going to go. I want to introduce you to the webinar so you can kind of see it for yourself from a gentleman that I have personally met yesterday. And this is one of the gentlemen that I was introduced to, Phil, to experience this. So I'm going to share with you the link here about how to really get the rest of the feedback on what this is, how it works, how to do it, and get the big picture about the company and this method about how to be able to create results now. I mean, I'm talking about like this week. If you want to do that this week, I can help you be able to create results within the next few weeks, within the next week, next couple days. So I'm looking forward to be able to connect you on that. I'm going to put here in the chat bar this this link. So hold tight. I'm going to send this over right in just a moment. And you can click on this link and it's going to take you to the information. In just a moment, if you will, please. Let's see. Do you guys like my excitement and my enthusiasm? I hope it's been interesting and entertaining for you. Because really, overall, too, you know, information and education is great. You know, but if it's not fun, if learning isn't fun, yeah, it's you know, it's just painful. So I'm a strong believer that, you know, learning should be fun. Learning should be exciting and interesting, and it needs to work. If it doesn't work, if it's not fun, you don't do it. All right. So let me post this over to you. Let me make sure I got this. All right. Okay. All right. I'm posting this in the chat bar right now. That's easy. Let me know if that shows up, and post in this chat bar too that you were able to get in on this link. So that chat should have just popped right up. Click on that link and then chat. Let me know you were able to join. I'm clicking over to it right now, and I've already got an email. This is going to send an email to you. If you want to fill out that form, it's going to send an email to you. And then you want to click on that link in the email. And then it's going to start. It's going to kick us right into this webinar. Ready to go? Here we go.
Way, I can promise you, if you're not going to be there, you will be missing out, and you will be missing a great opportunity to learn some amazing skills to move this business forward and to move your business forward personally. So I invite you to get yourself there. If you haven't got your ticket purchased, get your ticket purchased. And you can do that by calling our call center here. They can help get it arranged for you, get it organized. We got packages with rooms. coming together, and it will be something that you'll definitely want to get taken care of sooner rather than later. Now, I'm going to say this, and it's not a ploy to create urgency. This is the honest truth, guys, that we actually have less than 50 rooms left on our block at the special Modere rate that we've negotiated with the hotel. Now, the downside to that is when those rooms are gone, you not only don't get our rate for the hotel, our negotiated rate that we've got, which is considerably less expensive than the regular rates there at the hotel, but the hotel is actually sold out. So our rooms are the only rooms that are left available those nights of the event, the 9th through the 11th. So this is, again, is not a ploy to create some urgency, but if you have not ordered your room, got your tickets purchased and your room block set, I encourage you to get that done tomorrow morning. Call our call center and get that done because those rooms are going to be gone. And the alternative is going to be that we're actually looking for some space at some hotels nearby. But you miss out a lot when you don't get to be in the event hotel. It just makes it so much easier and so much more enjoyable. So I encourage you to get that done. Don't hesitate. Don't procrastinate on that. Get it done tomorrow, and you'll be happy you did. So what are we going to talk about? We're going to be talking about tonight about the social retail classes, the first ever. We've got amazing main stage events. So this is the first event that we put together where we're actually going to do some breakout sessions. The breakout sessions, for those of you that haven't been to a big event, are really just smaller gatherings for content to be delivered, for classes to be taught, training to be given, and they're really great because you get a much more intimate setting, which enables you to really learn more from the presenters. Given the size of the venue, there's even potentially option for even a two-way dialogue. And in my opinion, it's just a really great way to learn content and to be trained better. And so we're going to be putting these together. It's a series of classes that are going to be breakout style. And they're going to be the things that you're going to learn, the things that you're going to take away from those are going to be the things that you really remember. Now, the main stage is still going to be awesome. It's still going to be impressive. You're still going to get amazing inspiration. You're still going to get amazing training from the main stage. So these breakouts are going to be special. So let's go through what those are going to be looking like here at this event. So the first breakout session we're going to talk about is the Experience Modere one-on-one. Okay, this is going to be done by Tony and Sarah Zalecki, amazing trainers. We're so lucky to have these leaders here in our business, especially to train on this content. This is where you're really going to get in. You're going to be able to master this amazing funnel that is being built, this recruiting and prospecting process that we're putting together here and then launching at this event is going to be taught and trained by Tony and Sarah. So you're going to be able to see how easy it's going to be to invite customers and social marketers to experience this brand, to learn about Modere, and to ultimately decide how they want to interact with this brand. It's really going to help move our business forward and give us amazing speed. I am so excited about the launch of this system here at this event. You'll be able to see that, and you're going to be trained on it by the best, Tony and Sarah Zalecki. Okay, so next we're going to be talking about getting started training. Rick Teague and Amy Gleave are going to be jamming this getting started training. It's going to be new and improved. You're going to want to learn it for your own business, but you're also going to want to learn so you can see what your new social marketers are going to be trained on. It's top-notch, it's sharp, and Rick Teague and Amy Gleave have been in the network marketing space and have been experienced trainers, and we're so lucky to have them join us here in social retail and take those training skills that they've learned there and cross-section them with what we're learning here in social retail to really do some different style and different types of training, but we know it works. And so Rick and Amy are going to be doing that. We're so lucky to have them teaming up to teach that session. Okay, so the Modere Career Path. Now, it's very clear that these are not in order of priority and not in order of awesomeness because Jeff and Sarah, that's me, and Bob Groeschel are going to be training on this one. So we're going to be talking about the compensation plan here at Modere. And we're going to be announcing and launching some really exciting additions to the duplication model that relates to compensation. So I'll just give you this little teaser, and you'll have to come to the event to hear the rest. So from a paycheck to 6 months of maid service in your home, you got to come and learn how the Modere Career Path will help you maximize and secure your income. So that's my little teaser for some new stuff we're going to be announcing as it relates to career path and duplication model.
And I'm telling you guys, this new system of prospecting and new duplication model is hot. It's going to put your business into turbo overdrive. I promise you that. Come and learn about it and get that business we have into turbo. Okay, so next class we're going to be talking about. We're going to be talking about Discover Modera. So, of course, our amazing customer onboarding strategy that we launched there July 15th. It's been an awesome program, and we've learned a lot in just these few short weeks that we've had it in process. So we're going to have Mark Rinage. Now, some of you heard Mark on a webinar that we did, it's probably been a couple of months. Mark is one of our behind-the-scenes guys here at the company. He's one of Bob Finnegan's track team guys that knows e-commerce backwards and forwards, has done some amazing work in the space. He's one of our secret weapons behind the scenes. We've teamed up with Pat Petrini, one of the best out there at acquiring customers and utilizing this new system of Discover Modera and the Beauty Box. And so they're going to team up. Mark's going to spend a lot of time going through some of the statistics, some of the things that we've learned, what are the things that we're improving on, what's changing. And Pat is going to be giving you the inside secrets on best practices and how to really take advantage of this program and put your business into overdrive. So you want to catch that. Okay, Margie Alfrandi, one of the best in the business, is going to be teaching on overcoming objections. Now, I'm telling you, there's nobody better out there than Margie, so this is one that's going to be a real treat. You're going to learn how to overcome those objections that we all get. Now, you can relate this to your business, but I'm telling you, this is a life skill, guys. So she's going to be training how really objections are actually really just concerns that need to be resolved, and she's going to be training on how you can put your customers' concerns at ease and really be able to overcome any objections with confidence as you move people through this funnel that Tony and Sarah are going to be training on. So that's going to be one of our most amazing breakout sessions, I can promise you that. So here, another really critical skill to business building and to acquiring customers is expanding your circle. So Armand Anderson and Martha Carpenter are going to be teaming up to teach this training session. They're going to be talking to you about how to expand that circle of influence that you have, because we know that that's really a key to success in social retail. It's how to expand the people that you have influence over and help them become exposed and experience this amazing brand, Modera, and become involved in social retail with the way that fits their life. So expanding your circle is going to be, it's going to teach you basically how to never run out of people to talk to about Modera. Okay, so exciting product launches. We got a bunch of product launches that are coming at this event. Holly Stone and Cameron Monroy, our own product managers here at Modera, are going to be teaming up to give you this information, going to really train you on these products, help you see what's so amazing about them, give you the inside bullet points on selling them. You're going to want to walk out of there and run to the product lounge and buy all the products, I promise you, because they are amazing, amazing products, just like all of our products here at Modera. So you're going to want to be able to see and get this first scoop on these amazing products that are coming out. We got the Modera men's line, awesome. I mean, I'm again personally excited for this line to come out. But this has been a long time coming. We're super excited about the Modera men's line, going to be hitting the shelf, virtual shelves, as it were, on Modera.com. So look forward to that one. The Modera Pure Vanilla Mill Replacement also coming out. That's a product we've been waiting for. Pure is an understatement. This product is amazing. It's super clean, mill replacement product, allergen-free. It's really an amazing product. And I'm telling you, for those of you that have been around that space and have tasted, quote-unquote pure products, things that aren't artificially sweetened, things that are totally allergen-free, oftentimes they usually don't taste that great. Our team has done an amazing job on the flavor profile for this product. So it's a vegetable-based protein, and they've done a great job with it. So I'm excited to have you try that and to help that improve your business. So the Modera liquid mineral product is coming. This has been one that, again, has been an amazing product that has been built this company for many, many, many years. So we're excited to get this into Modera. And to give everybody the opportunity to try this product that for many, many years has changed millions of people's lives. So we're excited about that one. And our shampoo for color treated hair is also coming out. Looking forward to that one. So that is going to be the breakout session. We'll have one other breakout session that will deal with leadership training for the leaders in the company. But all of those trainings that I've gone through are going to be available to everybody. They're going to be the types of things that are going to learn, enable you to really move your business to the next level, put these things into practice. You're going to be able to get really inside knowledge on the things that are being launched at the event, the training modules, the duplication system, the prospecting system. All of these things are going to be things that you're going to be learning. And again, I'm so excited about it. We've never had this business so simple. And that's what I can tell you about what you're going to catch at this event. Is this world of social retail is built on some basic and simple premises, and that's what makes it such a great model. Is they're actually easy to understand, but it is a complex model. And so our challenge has actually been, how do we simplify this business and how do we boil it down to its essence to give everybody the most chances of success and to be able to help them find success in the easiest way. And I can tell you that we've moved that ball forward in a major way. And you're going to be able to see these things at this business. You're going to say to yourself, social retail has never been so simple, and I can absolutely be successful, and so can everybody that I help. And that's the biggest key. Is this going to be a duplication model that we're going to light the world on fire with? And I'm thrilled and excited about it. So another thing I want to talk about, the Modere Man. As you know, we are launching the Modere men's line, and so we are having a casting call for the Modere Man. Shoot a 60-second commercial of what makes you the Modere Man. What makes the Modere Man? Now, look, ladies out there, grab your guy and shoot a video of him, and you have a chance to win this as well. So make it laugh, make it cry. Send us a video of 60 seconds or less about why you are the Modere Man. You want to send these videos, send them to Angela at Modere.com. That's our very own Angela Sales. She's going to collect those videos. We're going to narrow it down to the top 5 videos at the Modere Award Show, and the winner is going to receive a custom suit from the Modere Experience. So take 60 seconds, have some fun with this, shoot those over to Angela. We're collecting those now. Again, the top 5 are going to be shown at the award show, and the winner will win a custom suit from the Modere Experience. And so I'm excited about that. Okay, guys, you've seen what's happening at the event. You've got some excitement about it. If you haven't got yourself registered, you're going to get that done tomorrow morning, first thing. Make sure you get a room before they're sold out, and we're off to the races as it comes to this event. Now, leading into this event, we can hold it back an exciting promotion. So we're at this basically 4 weeks out from the event. We want to launch an exciting promotion. Guys, it's the split to the Social Retail Conference promotion. You probably figured it out with the teaser on the line, but this is how you're going to earn that iPad mini. What you're going to do is you're going to earn 2 shares between now and the event. Period. That's how you're going to win yourself an iPad mini, is earn 2 shares before the event, and you will win yourself an iPad mini. Now, you're probably already flipping over to your calendar to kind of figure out how this is all going to play out. The event ends, on Saturday, October 11th. So that's technically the last day of that share week. Well, for us to run this promotion, because it's, the iPad is tied to the event there, you have to basically have gotten your 2 shares done and completed by Saturday at noon. Saturday, October 11th by noon, you have to have your 2 shares done. Now, look, if you did your last qualification for that share and it happens to be Saturday night at 9 o'clock or 12 o'clock, you will still actually be able to win. You're still going to earn that share. But to win the iPad, you have to have had it done by October 11th at noon. Okay, so I just want to be clear about that. You'll still earn the share if it happens later than that. But to win the promotion, to win the iPad, it's got to be done before noon, October 11th. You have to have your second share done. Now, guys, you know how the Beauty Box works with shares. Those qualifications happen when that when that Beauty Box closes. So, what do you want to be doing this week and next week? You want to be jamming Beauty Boxes like crazy to earn those activity shares, guys. It's 2 activity shares. Get those Beauty Boxes out this week and next week so we make sure we have plenty of time for them to close and clear to earn you that share by October 11th at noon so you can earn that iPad. Now, the question is going to come. Do you have to be at the event to receive the iPad? The answer is no. Now, those people that are at the event, which is most of you and all of you on this call, I'm sure, are going to win that iPad, and you're going to be awarded that on the stage at the Social Retail Conference. You're going to get a walk across. You're going to be awarded that iPad. Now, these are going to be branded iPads, too. They're going to have an awesome Modere cover. So you will be able to win that iPad as you walk across the stage. So there's an amazing recognition component to this. Now, if you're not at the event and you did complete those requirements, you earned those 2 shares before Saturday at noon, you're going to still get that iPad. One there. But if you want to walk across the stage with that iPad, be at the event to get it, guys. Okay? So here's another little bit of excitement that I want to announce with this promotion as well, is the shares, guys, are going to be guaranteed to be no less than $150. So all the way up until the social retail conference here, there's a floor on the shares, meaning that they will not drop below $150. Now, depending on how many people earn shares, they might be a little bit more than that. It might be more than that, but they're guaranteed not to be less than $150. So don't worry about that. Get out there and run as hard as you can to earn those shares so that you can win yourself an iPad at the event. You're going to win the cash from the shares that you earned. You're going to win the compensation for the activities that you've done to get those activity shares earned. And now you're going to win an iPad as well for doing that. So there's never been a better time to run. There's never been a better time to acquire customers and to build social marketers on your team going into this event. And I can tell you that the deal is only going to be sweeter at the event. And I will just leave it at that. So make sure you win this promotion and get yourself to the event. It's going to be awesome. Guys, I'm excited to be there. It's going to be an amazing time there in Atlanta, Georgia. It's a beautiful city. It's a beautiful Western Peachtree. You want to get yourself there. You want to learn what is coming in this business. You're going to be ahead of the game. I can promise you that by being at this event and learning and hearing and being trained by our amazing leaders that we have here in Modere. Robert Conley is going to be there to speak to you. Bob Finnegan is going to be there to speak to you. Bob Goshen, Justin Prince, all those amazing leaders that I said, and other amazing leaders also will be speaking that aren't in those breakout sessions. So you're going to get to hear from the best of the best. You want to be there. You want to hear about it. You want to get your business moving forward. Be there, guys. I really appreciate each and every one of you for all that you do out there. I'm grateful to be a part of your team. Grateful to work side by side with you as we move this model of social retail forward. So before I sign off, let me jump on here and just check this question box and see if we've got any questions on here. So give me a moment to kind of wade through this and we'll talk about this. Okay, so the question. So this question was, does the Modere man have to be someone signed up in Modere or a customer? Or can they be anyone we think can be a Modere man? Well, guys, I don't think there's any rule that says you have to be a social marketer. Or if you've got a friend or if you've got somebody that you know that you think is the Modere man, go ahead and film them now. To truly be the Modere man, well, I think we suggest that you are probably a customer or a social marketer, but that isn't the rules we have here, so feel free to have some fun with it. If you've got a friend there, if you're a social marketer, maybe you don't have a man in your life, maybe you need to go out there and find one, maybe this will be the opportunity for you. So get out there and do it, and have some fun with it, and we'll allow anybody that can be anyone to be a Modere man. Let's see. Can the Modere man be a Modere young man, meaning under 18? I guess by virtue of the last rule, that would certainly hold true. So there's absolutely a way to do that. Now, there may be a rule or a regulation around awarding the winnings to somebody under 18, but let's say you've got a child, maybe your son, and you want to shoot them and do a video with them as a Modere man. We can certainly do that. But we most likely need to award that winning to an adult. So if you're their parent, that's probably just fine. They can help you win it, but we would award the parent the award there. Okay, looks like the promotion looks pretty straightforward because I didn't get any questions specifically about that promotion. So I think we did a good job of explaining that one, not too complicated, right? There before the event, win yourself an iPad. You might ask yourself, those of you that are extremely jump ship, you might ask yourself, can I win more than one? The answer is yes. If you want to get out there and earn 4 shares, you want yourself 2 iPads. So run. The sky's the limit. Let's get after it. Let's have some fun with it as we ramp this with the event. Guys, if your team is not there, get your team there. Let's have some fun. Let's get it done. I'm excited to be a part of this business with you. I appreciate each and every one of you. I appreciate what you do out there to grow this business. We're collectively spreading this brand together as a team of people. We're doing some amazing things together. I want to speak for all of us here at corporate, my team, the other team working so hard to support you. We appreciate what you do. We're grateful for what you do out there each and every day. Please keep up the hard work, and we'll move this business forward together. Thanks so much, everybody.
But from when people actually see the results, they see how it wants to live by that. And what people do, right? And I didn't believe. I just kept focused on sharing the process. People already got to drop $500,000 on that project on something else. It's good money. And then I was looking at it. And so people get the crowd sell, you get the recurring membership that you love. And then they say, come to God. I got to do it. And so, and then people saw that and like, that's so cool. This happened. This has a certain kind of so, and you can tell, and that's now. This, I know this. I know this. Because I'm going to try it. So basically, because of that, what? We're still on. He's off, and the main presentation is off. So, we're going to continue on this, and I want to share with you guys what is basically going on here. Hope you guys can hear what I was saying. If not, let me bring it closer. Let me bring it in on this. Let's get down to the basics. Hold on, let me unplug, turn that off, and all right. Let's get cozy. Let's get cozy over here. Let me flip this light on. All right. So basically, you guys can see my project back there. Basically, with the model that I found, to that same applicable model that I did years ago to apply what I did to be able to create 5 figures a month and help a bunch of the people who were working with me to create, create money. It was crazy. It was crazy how that worked. They have the same model, and so I've been waiting for that for a long time. I saw this just the other day. I went down to the corporate office, and I saw that they were able to do that. I totally get it. I was skeptical first. I was like, crap, I don't have any time for this at first. And I saw how they were doing it. I was like, oh shoot, this is the one I've been waiting. I've been waiting for this. I know that this works. So, from understanding how this works, there's a couple simple ways about how I see this actually working. And again, I'm sharing with people the information. If it's something that people are interested in, fantastic. They know what's going on. It may not be for them right now. It may be for them later. Okay. I don't know who's who. I mean, I'm going to just know that if it's resonating with somebody, it's resonating with somebody. Okay, so there's no high pressure or high pitch or that crap. I'm not going to, I'll invite you to the meetings, I'm just sharing with you the information, and you can let me know what you think afterwards. But I already know that this works, and I already know that the product itself, I already know how to do all this stuff for the product itself. So what mostly I'm in the business of when it comes down to talking about how to be able to work with my friends, people that I know, it's really as simple as saying, hey, listen, I want to help you get paid. I want to help you produce some results. And if you'll help me just by even introducing and hosting some of the webinars or helping out with some of the webinars or local events, I could really use some help. There's actually an entire webinar series I'm putting together. This is the very first one. This is the very beginning of all this. And there's more and more to come. I'm going to be hosting events here locally. I've already got a spot reserved downtown in a beautiful building. So I've already got that space set up. And I'm moving really, really fast on this. So because this is a new, let me put it this way. The rebranding of this company is transitioning right now. The foundation has been around for 30 years. It's proven, it's stable, it is massive, and they're back. They've done hundreds of millions of dollars a year in business. So it's not like we're working with a new company. They've been around for a long time. The rebranding and the niche they've discovered, though, that is what's really unique, because that only comes, I mean, obviously once in every 30 years. So for a company to rebrand and then hit a new niche, how this works, that's unique, that's rare, and their projections are to quadruple 4 times. They're going to be doing 4 times the volume within the next year. I mean, so there's a lot of growth and opportunity. And so what I'm doing is I'm positioning myself to be able to utilize a big piece of that. And I know how to be able to do that. I mean, at least because I see the pieces here. So I know I'm going to position myself to be able to do that. And whoever wants to run with me on this, I want to position them to be able to help achieve their results. So here's the specific goals I've set out for myself. I want to share with you how this works. Because of course, if you do a project like this, you got to come up with some specific results. One of the very first, well, I'll tell you the reasons why. For me, one, because I like the products. These guys pioneered the whole industry of having safe, top quality products for like a really reasonable price. So they're not overpriced junk. It's top quality stuff that you can actually afford. I like the products. I believe in the foundation, the track history, and the future vision of the company. Like from my experience that I've had so far, I get it. And I can directly relate with how I know how to be able to do this. The third thing is I know I can do it. I have personal experience in how to do it. And I know that I can help other people to be able to do it as well. So I'm confident in that area. Specifically, the platform I'm going to be helping people to do that is through Learn Apply Profit. Now, you can go to learnapplyprofit.com and see for yourself, what I've been working on to be able to help people to specifically, go through the process that I'm assembling. And the fourth reason, of course, is because they are backed by and partnered with the celebrities, sports authorities, and the sports stars, and obviously backing, business backing, financial credibility through the roof. We track history like nuts. That's just out of control. So what I want to specifically achieve within this is I want to, myself personally, I'm shooting to go to create a 5-figure month income within 90 days. Now, I've done some specific numbers already for me to be able to say, I want to reach that goal, and I know that it's possible. I know that it's possible. Like, I'm not questioning. I'm not saying, hey, it'd be nice if. I'm saying, this is going to actually happen. That's why I'm so confident to be able to share this information with people. And directly on the second goal, I want to be able to directly help at least 10 people along that way. My goal is to be able to help 10 people create a 5-figure month income within 180 days. Okay, and that's not. I will provide a format and a system for what I know how to be able to do, and I've done in the past, to be able to do that. And for people who say, I want to create a 5-figure a month income within, 90 days, 180 days, something like that, then great, let's do it, let's create it. And here's the thing that's unique about why that's possible is because of this whole shift in the trend in the industry, what they've hit and what they approach. So there's a wide open opportunity for this. When it really comes down to, that's what I want to do. As far as just personal development factors, I mean, I can tell you right now, the products that I'm currently using, I have some high quality stuff. I don't eat fast food. I have alkaline water in my house. I research vitamins like crazy, and I find the best that I can possibly find. And so I've already really done a lot of stuff. I cook my own meals, and I kind of stay really in tune with my body, my mind, and my emotions, and energy, and just make it all work for myself. So to be able to, of course, scale that up to the products, I haven't necessarily focused on this with shampoos and stuff like that, because I don't know much. I'm a dude. I don't know. I can't really say that I know much about like skin and hair and all that stuff. I really don't. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm an expert on that whole arena. I mean, just look at this. Come on, right? Look at this. I got done working out and I jumped on this presentation, so I'm still sweating. So when it really comes down to actually making, giving myself some education, some reason to understand, how products are, do for the face, hair, skin, nails, and all that stuff like that. Giving myself the experience to know about how that works to these product lines as well, and to be able to help people define that same kind of get feedback from people who do the same thing as well. The specific pathway about how I see this able to actually make it a reality, of course, is the schedule I'm setting for myself. Is this is something I can do for less than 30 minutes a day. 30 minutes a day. That's really all I'm going to start with. This is not a full-time project. This is not something I need to rearrange my whole schedule with. I don't have time for that. A lot of people don't, anyways. I'm going to start by doing this for 30 minutes a day. Now that's actually a lot, considering what actually is going to happen. So for 30 minutes a day, that's going to be mostly supporting the people, looking for and supporting the people who say they want in. That's really what it is. It's as simple as it gets. So I'll be mostly looking for people who want to be able to create results as far as specifically generating income through an opportunity. That's where I'll be mostly spending my time, because I have that expertise. And really how that looks, of course, is through a webinar, a conference call, something very specific to be able to introduce the idea, or help people get the idea on how to be able to even talk about or introduce the products to a specific person. Not talk about the opportunity, because that's not always the case. That is not always necessarily a thing. But what I'm actually going to be doing is I'm creating a very specific platform for people who want in to be able to utilize and create specific results with as little as 30 minutes a day. It gets that simple. So I'm gonna pave the pathway on that for myself, and I'm gonna show people that I'm doing it. And for people who want in on that, at whatever time they're ready, they already seen the information, they know where to go. And so yeah, that's basically how I see that working. And if it's something that you already see, you already get, you're saying, dang, I really want to travel the world, or man, I have a specific goal I want to reach, or wow, I like what we're talking about, or geez, these products sound interesting. Of course, you'll let me know. I don't need to hound you or hunt you down or whatever. I don't, that's not my business. It's not what I do. I'm not in the business of that. It's something that, of course, when you see it and it resonates with you, you get it, and you want in, you'll naturally just want in. So this has all been kind of the invitation and just the down low on what's going on. And I'm just going to trust that, of course, whatever the next steps are right for you to take, you'll take them. And I support you in that. So thanks for tuning in and watching. Thanks for getting the down low on this whole thing. And what I'd like for you to do, by the way, is if you like the event, if you like this whole information, it's been useful, and you'd like, I would love first of all, I would love your feedback. No matter if you want to try the products or not, I would love at the very base minimum what you've interpreted from this webinar, and kind of what you've seen. Again, your feedback is so valuable to me, because I'm just talking, right? I'm just presenting to you what I found, and I don't know really how it's coming across. So any information about how it's coming across, or maybe what you think I could do better, I would appreciate it so much. I'll take you to lunch or dinner. I'll get you a gift. I promise. That's so valuable to me. And if it's something that, of course, throughout that you say, you know what, I'd like to go and try the products. Here's what's really awesome is the company is actually able to ship you out an entire. The company handles this. This is what's really cool. The company will send you out products for free to try. To try them for free. Like, they will not charge you. You can try all the products in the box and say I hated it and send it back, and even pay for your shipping. And they will reimburse you 100%. That as a product, as a consumer model, I saw that piece of it and I was like, oh man. For a trial offer, people would take a trial offer on the company's dime. I don't pay for that. The company pays for that. They pay for the shipping, they pay for the products, they pay for you to try the products, you enjoy them, and if you don't like them, you don't love them, you use them all up, you put the shipping label back on it, and you send it off, and they refund your money. So you have nothing to lose by trying the products. That was unreal when I understood that. And then the third piece of it, if you say, okay, I understand the product line. I love natural things. I love things that are, get down to the basics and give my body what it's really asking for, rather than just some fillers and other garbage that you find in Costco and grocery stores. If you understand the product line and you're familiar with that kind of thing, and you just say, you know what, I want to do something to build a fund, my dreams, my goals, I want to actually create money and results with this. Then, of course, I want you to reach out to me either on Facebook or send me a text message and say, Sky, what's the next step? And we're going to go through 3 specific steps that will help create the results. And it's going to learn. I'm going to share with you those basics. You pretty much got a lot of them. Apply. I'm going to apply those basics, and there's a very specific format for how I do that. And then we're going to help you get profitable, prosperous. And ultimately that, of course, just helps you be able to follow through to be able to create the results. So it's an entire format. So you can go to learnapplyprofit.com, or you can reach out to me on Facebook or send me a text and say, Sky, what do I got to do next? Or, Sky, I want to try the product. Sky, I would love to be able to provide you feedback. One of those 3 things would be the most valuable. Just let me know where you're at. I would love your feedback. If you want to try the product, let me know. If you want to get into the business and get going on this, let me know. That's all I got. Hope it's been useful for you and valuable for you. Hope it's been some great insights. And what I'm going to do next, actually, I'm going to be doing this kind of presentation or webinar. So you know, every Thursday at 6:30. Because every Thursday at 6:30 we're going to be having this conversation. It's going to get better. Okay. It might not be just of me being all greasy, and in my place here, but I'm actually going to be hosting events at a few different places, some really nice places in Salt Lake City, and of course online as well, local feeds. So you're welcome to, of course, attend and join those, or of course you can just log on right online and get the lowdown on how to be able to take the next step. So thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll get in touch with you guys that have attended, and I'll ask your feedback at the very bare minimum. I don't care if you get the products or not. I don't care if you want to get started or not. I mean, if you get started, I will help you. If you want to help build a testimonial for the products, awesome, let's do that too. Your feedback is the most valuable at the minimum. So thank you so much. I'll look forward to be able to talk with you guys soon, and I'll see you again. Bye.